Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm about to go do my marathon training, so I need y'all to pray for me. But as I was getting ready for my marathon training, I was thinking about the fact that I saw a Black Enterprise article today. And in the Black Enterprise article, they said that black wealth is expected to drop to zero by the year 2053, median black wealth. And that's the middle. That doesn't mean everybody, it just means the median. And I thought about that story. It was very confusing to me because I was like, why is Black Enterprise reporting on old news? Like, people have known this for a while. I mean, that study came out well over a year ago, and I didn't understand why they were reporting on something that was already discussed. I mean, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now, I think. So it just seemed weird to me. My friend Danielle Pierce from economicelevation.com, she said, she claimed that it might be fear mongering, and I don't doubt that at all. But here, let me lay out another perspective too. Here's the deal, okay? I'm a financial scientist. That's what I do. That's my PhD's in finance, and it's a real PhD, not one of those fake PhDs. It's a real one. And the thing about this kind of statement, black wealth is dropping to 2053 to zero by the year 2053, is that is a statement that you could take either as a victim or as an empowered person. Now, if you take the statement as a victim, then you're going to say, oh my God, black wealth is going to drop to zero by 2053. We need the government to change policies. We need white people to stop being racist. We need better jobs. We need somebody to fix this. Oh my God, our community is going to be destroyed. We need somebody to fix this. And that's a problematic point of view, because if you black in America, especially, and you waiting on other people to fix your community, then you might as well just blow your whole damn community up yourself. You might as well drop a nuclear warhead in the middle of your hood and just blow it to smithereens, because ain't nobody gonna come save you. Ain't nobody saving black people. Ain't nobody never saved black people. Name a time in American history at any point where somebody came along and said, we're going to save the Negroes. That ain't gonna happen. So in a way, it's like you're sitting there and you're watching this really slow train wreck. Your train is headed off the cliff, and you got 20 years to wait till the train falls off the cliff, but you sitting on the train saying, oh my God, the train is moving an inch a year, and it's gonna, in 20 years, it's gonna fall off this cliff. What is we gonna do? Well, you get off the damn train or whatever, right? That would be something you might want to do, is get off the train. So the way I would encourage people to look at that data is look at it as not as a victim, in a victim mentality. Look at it in an empowered mentality. An empowered person says, damn, black wealth is going to drop to 2053. Why is that? And what can I do to get off the damn broke Negro train? Like, how can I get off this train that's going to lead me to the same fate as all these other people? Well, let me tell you how to get off the train. Again, I've been teaching finance to college students for well over a quarter century, so I know this stuff really, really well, and I can tell you exactly how to get off the train. First thing is, the reason that you're seeing black wealth drop is because, one, we don't as a community commit ourselves to gaining the skills necessary to acquire wealth. How many black folks do you know out here that really know what it takes to start a business and are committed to entrepreneurship? Well, a lot of wealth is built through business ownership. That's how a lot of people get rich. How many black folks do you see standing around talking about investing? Well, the stock market and investing is literally one of the number one ways that people build massive amounts of wealth. So if you ain't talking about investing, if a bunch of brothers are sitting around spending more time talking about whether the Dallas Cowboys won last week than they are about how to build wealth in their own family, well, then now you know why they broke. The third thing, how many black folks do you see, sitting around talking about real estate? Like, I want to acquire another property. I want to get a rental property. We're going to pool our money together and go make a down payment on a house. Because remember, if you pay rent for 20 or 30 years, you're buying your landlord a mansion. If your landlord takes all that money that you have been paying in rent for 20 or 30 years and they invest that money, they can literally buy $1 million house with that money. So the reason you don't have any money, the reason your wealth is going away, is because it's going into other people's pockets. Your wealth is dropping to zero because you're flushing it all down the toilet. If you flush all your money down the toilet, then guess what? You ain't gonna have no money. You move to the last thing I'll throw in there is student loans. You have been trained to believe that the pathway to black success that millions of people are taking, the majority of us are taking this path, is to go to college and go $100,000 in debt to get a job that's going to pay you $50,000 a year. Well, that's a losing strategy. Half of all black college graduates default on their student loans, but all that money goes right into the hands of these universities. So once again, another process where black wealth is leaking. The reason your bucket will be empty is because your bucket is leaking, and everybody's complaining about the leaky bucket, but nobody's finding the leak, and nobody's sealing the leak. So that's what I would just say to you at the end of the day, is that all these problems are solvable. The problem is that you need to be an action-oriented person, and unfortunately being action-oriented isn't encouraged in our community. Many people encourage us just to sit around complaining. Well, I ain't complaining. My family will not be among the broke in the year 2053 because we talk about entrepreneurship, real estate ownership, stock market investing, avoiding massive amounts of student loan and consumer debt. That we learned that's more important than going to college in our family. It doesn't mean going to college can't be important, but you do that after you learn what it's going to take to survive economically so that you don't become a statistic. So dear black people, I ask you this question: do you want to thrive, or do you just want to be a statistic? Right? Do you want to do well, or do you want to play strugglenomics, powernomics, or strugglenomics? What are you going to do? Look at it from a position of a victim or a position of a winner and a power broker. If you look at it from a position of power, you say, okay, the train's about to crash. Thank God we have time. I'm going to get off the train. Or you can sit there on the train, what you're trained to do, sit there on the train, and every year repeat the same damn study. Oh, black wealth is going to drop to zero by 2053. They're going to put up that story in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and they're going to keep doing that for 30 years, and then half of all black people will have zero wealth because we sat there and watched the train crash and nobody thought to say, let's get off this train and let's go in a different direction. So black people, get off the train, go in a different direction. Your wealth building strategies are wrong. Pick new strategies, and then you'll have different outcomes. That's it. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm out of here. If you want to get started and learn to buy your first share of stock, you can go to blackmoney100.com. I have a free training on how to buy your first share of stock. It's sponsored by the Black Business School. It won't cost you a penny. Go to blackmoney100, blackmoney100.com, and sign up, and you can learn to buy your first share of stock. Or if you'd like to learn more about investing, we have a low-cost institution created by a bunch of experts and scholars who want to educate the community on everything they need to know about wealth. Just go talk to one of our representatives at theblackbusinessschool.com. THE, that's theblackbusinessschool.com. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Talk to you soon. Peace.